Hey folks, welcome back to another edition of Our View with the Tanners. Hey, today we're going to be talking about a new install of a camera system, a 3-camera system on our new Aliance Paradigm 340RL. We'll have a video on that, but we sold our Bighorn back in September of 22, and then we picked up this new Aliance 340RL in May of 23, and then we needed to put a camera system on it. Fortunately, Aliance puts a power in the back for the camera. It's below the 3 markers. I'll put up a picture of what the markers looked like. I decided to go with the standard way of powering the camera, which is basically you tap into the marker lights around your RV. And the reason I did that, Aliance did a good job of actually putting a dedicated power switch for a backup camera there, but it's inside the RV. I'll show you a picture of it here, of inside the RV, the switch that you could turn that on and off. I felt that I would forget to turn that on, and then we'd put our stairs up, shut everything up, and I'd go in the truck and go, oops, I forgot to turn the camera on. So with tapping into the marker lights, I'm able to know immediately. I like to drive with my headlights and my marker lights on the trailer all the time. So if my camera doesn't come on when I put power to it and it doesn't find the 3 cameras, I remember to myself, oh yeah, turn your headlights on, Jim. And as soon as I do that, then all power goes to the 3 cameras, and they come and I can see them on the display inside the truck. So I figured that was a better solution for me. If you want to use, if you have an RV that has that 12-volt dedicated and a switch, that's up to you if you want to do that. I just felt it was a better user case for me to do the marker lights. So what did we get? So Haloview actually reached out to me. I have done another video for them, and I actually installed that camera on a buddy's RV. I'll put a link to that in one of these windows. I always forget where it goes. And then they reached back out and said, hey, we've got a new version, Jim. Would you be willing to do another video? And I said, absolutely. It worked out great because we were getting a new RV. So truth and disclosure, I did not pay for this device. It was provided to me at no cost to provide this video for you. So what did they send? So the first box they sent here, try to let the camera focus on it, is I'm going to read it to you because there's a lot of great information here. It's the Haloview BT7 Byte BYTE Tango. It's a 1080p camera display inside your RV, and then it comes with the display for your RV inside the truck. That's the 7-inch display, wireless of course, and then 1 camera for the back of the truck, or for the back of the RV. And that one is obviously rated for rain and everything. They have a lot of specifications on the back here. One of them I thought was pretty interesting was the operating temperature. So it can it can work to -4 Fahrenheit or -20 Celsius for those folks that are using Celsius and watching this, or up to 158 Fahrenheit, which is 70 Celsius. I don't know about you guys, but if it's 158 degrees, I don't think I'm going to be camping, but it supports it, which is pretty cool. Again, in this box, it only comes with the single camera, and I wanted to do 3 cameras, 1 in the back, and then shooting down the side of the RV as we're traveling on left and right. So they sent me another box with the 2 marker light cameras, and we've installed those on each side. Later on in the video, we'll show you how we did that install. But that, to me, is a better version for safety for me to be able to see behind me and then on the side. One great thing that Haloview does that my version from Lippert did not do on our Bighorn is it has the ability to put an SD card inside and then record that. So if somebody rear ends you, somebody sideswipes you, you can actually record. It's recording it all the time and it just writes over itself. I put a 128 gigabyte card in there, so I don't know the length. That's probably at least a day of travel, 4 or 5 hours. But if you get into an accident and then you can prove that somebody rear-ended you, versus on the prior one that I had in our Bighorn, only played the video, it didn't record it. So I think this is a nice step up for that. The display itself can support 4 cameras. We only have 3. So it really does a cool job. You can go through the configuration menu and pick where you want each camera. So on my configuration, I put the 2, we'll show you a picture, but I just want to show you what it looks. I'll tell you first. I'm going to put the left and right on the top of the display, and then I have a large view of the back of the RV. And then I mount it on my rear view mirror. Because we have a 5th wheel, I can't see out the back anyway, and my natural habits of looking and I want to see behind me is up at the rear view mirror. So I mounted it up there. They have an additional accessory you can buy to wrap it around, and then it secures itself to the mirror itself. And then I wire the power up so it doesn't actually hang down and put it into the cigarette lighter. I've got it all integrated into the trim of our truck. So all I have to do is hit the switch, and that power switch is on all the time. Plug in, I'm ready to go. The only bad thing I see from this solution over what I had before with my Lippert solution is I can't just tap the screen and turn the volume on and off. So when we get to a campground, what I would typically do before was I would just tap the screen, and Melinda could jump out back and she could talk to me. It was one directional, which is fine. She tells me left, right, stop, and I think it was fantastic. With this one, I can't tap the screen and turn the volume on. It's a couple of menus. I have to jump out and then get to the version or the screen where I can turn the volume back on. I sure wish they had the ability to either tap the screen, or maybe there was like a slider bar or just a mute button on the side you could turn it on and off. That would be a lot easier for the user like myself. So having that ability to just quickly turn the volume on and off would really be a benefit for the driver. It's not a deal breaker, but I thought it was something that I'd actually call out, let you guys know if you had a prior version that had the ability to just tap the screen and turn that volume on and off. This one does not support that. All right, let's jump outside and look at the install. Hey folks, now we're going to do the marker light install. So we're going to have two cameras shooting down each side of the RV. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come right up above my existing marker light and use this trim piece here as my level mark for each side, so they're both the same. Fortunately for our install, and hopefully yours will be the same, I can access this power from my propane area. If you look back in here, my wires are easily accessible right here. So what I'm going to do is just tap into the wires that feed the existing marker lights, install my light here, and I'll have the power. Bonus, I'll get both marker lights will be going at the same time. One thing of note on this, when you install it, folks, you have to take this amber lens off. And what you're going to want to do is come right in on these two openings down at the bottom, one here, and try to pop that off. Do not do that. That will ruin it. There is about 1/3 of the way up on the very front a little place to put your screwdriver, and that will pop off the lens. Again, do not use these because that will damage and might even ruin your marker light. And then once that's off, you have the ability to access the screw holes that will be used to attach it to the RV. So I'm going to get a little bit further along in this. I'm going to kind of tap into the wires, and we'll come back and show you some of the install after that. Okay, so we drilled the pilot hole, got the wires through there, and now I'm just attaching the device, the marker light to the side here with 4 screws. I'm not going super crazy on tightening these, just kind of until it gets firm. And the 4th one. And then I'll go back and I'm going to hand tighten that with a hand driver. I don't like to use a power driver to get those things fully tightened. My next job is to go inside here behind my propane tank and then wire this up. So we're driving down the road now, and I wanted to actually show you the camera in action. Hands are free, Melinda's doing the filming, so super safe still. We got a long straight away ahead of us. So Melinda, take a look at the camera here, and I'm going to show you our current view. So I've got the rear camera here, driver's side and then passenger side. If that doesn't meet what you like, you can quickly hit the select button and start to toggle between them. So our channel 1 is the driver's side. Fortunately, we're going to get a car that's going to come by here real quick, and you get a quick look at it. Zoom, zoom. So 3 cars just went by. And if I select again, we don't have anything on channel 2, so I'm going to just jump to the next camera channel. And that's the passenger side. So if you're backing into a side and you want to take a look at it. And then finally, if I hit the select one more time, we can see the entire view behind the RV. You can see cars going by, pretty good wide angle, so I can see cars way back, which I really enjoy. If you like this view, that's great. I personally like the next view like this that you first saw, where all 3 cameras come up. That's best for me. Maybe when you're backing into your site and you get to a campground, you can toggle over so you just have the rear camera. I like the side cameras there so I can see maybe a picnic table or a water line, the power post. So that's good for us. Whatever is good for you. Hey folks, we're getting close to the end of this video, but I wanted to show you the back of the RV. I was reviewing my footage. I don't think I actually showed you the installation. So I'm going to pop up a picture here and show you what it looked like before with the 3 marker lights and that installation socket, if you will, that came from the factory with the 12 volt. And then I'll pop up another picture here with the actual camera installed and what it looks like when we're done. Honestly, I think these RV manufacturers should ship these from the factory with cameras. I don't think I know of any that do that, but for the price we pay for these RVs, you would think they'd include the camera. Fortunately, the aftermarket community has taken over, and Haloview has done an excellent job of creating this camera system. I'll put a link down below to the 2 that we had, the one that came with the camera for the back and for the display, and then the other one that had the 2 cameras that shoot down the side of the RV. But look around, maybe you can find a bundled system. I know Haloview does a lot of sales and stuff, so whatever you can find should work. If you have any questions on this install, please put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day. Bye.